Incident between Truex and Jeff Gordon and Tony Stewart.
And what was going on between Truex and Jeff Gordon about a caution ago, Martin Truex Jr. in the one car, one lap after a restart, Jeff Gordon got into the back of him and spun him out. That's the reason Martin Truex Jr. was out there, I think, doing this with Gordon.
So Truex is doing this with Gordon. It's holding up Tony Stewart and Bobby Labonte. And Truex is out of the race.
Got to race hard at Bristol and protect the points.
Look at that again, guys. Three
into the wall. Martin Truex Jr. and A.J. Allmendinger in the 1 and the 84, and caution is out for the first time in this race, just shy of the 100 lap mark. You knew sooner or later somebody was going to slip.
I'm telling you, the field is not separated. Everyone's running the same speeds. Even Jimmie Johnson, who's 13 laps down, was running 17:30s, and your leaders are running 17:30. It's incredible. You can't get away from one another.
Going to see some pit stops here, Doc.
Truex, and Truex is going to get right into Burton, and we've got more problems.
We got all kinds of people. Kevin Harvick,
Brian Vickers, David Reagan, Casey Mears is involved in that. Oh, what a mess for the 8th caution of the day.
Lots of RCR cars sitting in that shot.
And there's one of them right there.
I think
Kevin
all 3
Harvick.
RCR cars got in it.
Yeah.
Harvick, Burton,
We didn't
and
see
Casey
Boyer.
Mears. Oh, yeah, Boyer was not in it.
And I'm going to tell you, Truex was a factor. 16, you see, he gets loose and he gets the car around. Truex looks like he tries to put the brakes on, maybe locks up the rear tires a little bit. He comes around. Jimmie Johnson in a 48 slams into the 56. I really think the 48 got the worst of this deal.
Yeah, you can see Truex gets loose, and then I think Jimmie Johnson tried to get on the brakes, and his car was a little on the free side as it was, and he just gets into the side of the 56.
Self up to second place. In the wall hard goes Casey Kane and Martin Truex.
Wow, that was huge. Look at that car. And you think we're not going fast here.
Martin's all right. Unhooks his cool tube.
Daryl, I get a feeling something happened to Martin Truex Jr. in that 56 as hard as he was driving it off in that corner.
Sure does.
I mean, he wasn't even able to slow it down, it didn't look like.
I bet
As they try to close in on the front 10 with 21 laps. Trouble turn 2.
Dale Jr. is there. I see him. See the 29 car.
Kenseth in the
17.
Truex is in it.
That's a bunch of torn up cars out of Jimmie Johnson there in the 48. He gets a little bit loose, and then it looks like Marcos gets into the 9 car. Marcos gets into the back of him, and it's on.
And when Logano got a little loose and lost that momentum, might that have carried Martin Truex into the back end of Ambrose and created one of those accordion-like collisions?
Remember how we said maybe in our practice show, maybe when this race started, with the 2-car tandem, we'd probably have a lot of little wrecks.
Loose. He never touched him. And sometimes when you have such a run on a guy in the corner like that, you can get somebody that loose. But I'm just, that's what it looks.
And do they have to come to pit road?
I don't see any other way they can't. They have to. I mean, it's just tire's worth so much. I think whoever wins this race will make a pit stop right here.
And hooks him.
Yeah. There's in other sports there's unavoidable contact and there's avoidable contact.
Green flag back in the air. They're blocking. Good going elbow. Carl Edwards into the wall. He got tagged by the 22. Big hits by the 19. And the caution comes back out again.
That is exactly what we saw Joey Logano was going to try to do. Big fire of the 78. But that is what we thought was going to happen. Obviously, the wreck isn't what we thought. Martin Truex Jr. needs to get out of this race car.
Very aggressive on the restart. The flames rolling out from underneath the hood of the 78. Red flag comes out. Martin Truex Jr. is out of the car. Oh, Kyle Busch slides and does the 78. They both go up into the wall through turn 1. Caution comes out.
spot. The 18 got loose up high. The 78 was loose down low. 78 split up and hit the 18. They both go around. Big flames underneath the hood of Martin Truex Jr.'s car. He jumps out of it.
Junior practice, but wouldn't you say, DW, that's a right front tire?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, they definitely cut a tire down and headed straight to the fence. He was wide open when that thing let go.
That will break a string of 10 straight top fives on mile-and-a-half tracks for Martin Truex.
I don't care how fit you are, how tough you are, that hurts.
And everybody.
Good.
Oh, no.
Are you kidding me? This is big. Wow. But it.
Boy, it just reminds me of the Clash. Same type of carnage that we saw where these cars.
Here we go. Oh, Logano almost got turned.
By Bowman right behind him. 4-1-0.
Pounding the wall is Truex.
19 Truex.
Caution.
He and Jimmy Johnson had a little bit of contact.
Yep.
Same situation. Wow.
And right under him. Oh, and into the wall. Goes the 40. Oh, my gosh.
Cole Custer, nowhere to go there. Big fire. He had a big impact. Luckily, seeing him.
Yeah. Oh, somebody checked
the 34.
up right there.
McDowell
Yep.
checks up. Truex gets into him, and he's slowing down. And here comes Cole Custer through to the inside. Nowhere to go. Has no idea. Martin Truex Jr.'s had damage. Now that right, thank goodness.
Even been having his
Micro example, macro of the season is
trouble back straight away. Around goes Martin Truex after hard contact.
He's been
Is that my
involved in
fault?
that side hard line.
Whoa.
I don't know. I saw
Interesting.
the
It got
car
a little-
look like it got loose.
He kicked
But
it
maybe
just a
it was
little.
that was a correction from the tire going down. But I don't. I mean, you heard him on what he said, but